Nick Staikos has killed at least 100 people. That's if the Victorian government's plan to demolish Melbourne's 44 public housing towers goes ahead. At least that's what some of the researchers have been saying who have been looking into the plan's demolition. Quote, reports show documented evidence of death, suicide, and harm as a direct result of displacement from urban renewal. But instead of listening to the actual research or the residents on the ground, Nick Staikos is choosing the path of social murder. 10,000 residents are said to be displaced by the Victorian government. The Victorian government has heard from residents, and residents overwhelmingly said they don't want demolition. The Victorian government has had the ability to go to researchers and academics to actually empirically investigate what the best option is. And yet at every turn, they have chosen not to do so. Instead, of course, who they listen to are the people and the companies set to profit the most from housing demolition and housing privatization. And in fact, the Victorian government themselves say they don't want to do any actual research into the best options for public housing residents. Jacinta Allen and Nick Staikos are explicitly saying they don't care about the evidence. They don't care about what residents think. They only care about lining the pockets of institutional investors, of community housing providers, and of developers. They said as much in responding to the inquiry into the redevelopment of the public housing towers. Quote, they do not support recommendation 7, which is that the Victorian government halts all work associated with the redevelopment program until it provides condition reports for each building, feasibility reports into alternatives to demolition, and the cost-benefit analysis for each site which demonstrates evidence that demolition was the best and only feasible option. There you go. They say explicitly they do not support doing that. So they're not listening to the experts. They're not listening to residents. They're not even doing what's fiscally the best for the state budget. No, they are only doing what's best for this parasitic rent-seeking web of institutional investors, developers, and community housing landlords. And to top it all off, they dress it up in this nice performative PC language like social housing and redevelopment, right? It's pretty gross. It's the grossest form of privatization there is, and this privatization will kill people.